Hello and welcome back to the finishing line for another video as part of the Ante-Post series. We're back again, all three of the lads here again this week, and obviously we've had some pretty decent racing across the past week or so, but we're going to be focusing on the Ante-Post for this video, and we'll say hello to the lads first. How you doing, Andrew?
Still freezing, same as last week. Haven't warmed up one bit. It's in the bones now, can't get rid of it. Hat staying on for this and the preview after, so I don't care. Besides that, I'm great, Joe. Countdown to DRF is on. The little the warm up until Estes next week, so good 2 weeks ahead.
We've got 15 days now, so it's definitely countdown time. But just a little bit of better planning, Andrew, and I'm sure you could get that room heated up before the episodes start. But
it's if you came, you saw the logistics of this room up in over Dave's gym, you'd understand why it takes forever to heat up.
All right, we'll let you off this time then. Nice one. Sean, how you doing?
Yeah, good. I'm hoping the selections now are a bit better from now on. We should be fairly accurate now. The races have come now and you sort of know what you're dealing with. So I'm hoping from now in the selections are a few of them hit.
Yeah, starting to find some targets now. We know where a few of the runners are going. And Tom, how are you doing? Have you got used to me being on the camera yet? Or
No. Yeah, you've covered up the hair, so the hair's not putting me off and thinking it's Dave as much. And we can hear you. So, yeah, I mean, that's fantastic. No, we're all good. As Sean says, I've said last few years, after Christmas is my better time. The prices are horrific. There's no point saying otherwise, but we'll see what we can do. I've got a good one. I've got a good one this week.
The double figure price, is it, Tom?
Double figure price, yes.
Could be treble.
Hopefully not as good as last week.
No, last week was good, wasn't it? Absolutely smashed up, Sean. All your piss taken, and it's a proper value bet now. He looks a right Albert Bartlett horse for me, that lad. I can't wait to see him running that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely getting serious now. Not long to go. Like you said, some of the entries have been done now for the DRF as well. So sort of giving us a bit more of an indication, perhaps, of where we think some of the selections are going to go. But we'll go around with the lads again, see what selections they've come up with for this week. And let's start with Sean, shall we, this week? What have you got for us, Sean?
Yeah, I've gone for a bit of a short one now. I planned on putting one up in a handicap, and the DRF entries didn't come out today, so I just want to make sure that it doesn't get my plan is not thrown out the window. So I'm going to hold back for another week, but I'm going to steady the ship, and I'm going to go for one that I think is rock solid, and it's going to be Conflated in the cross-country chase. Like, look, for me, Conflated is still knocking about at that grade 1 level this season. He's shown an up and down royal. He was finished a length and a half off Jerry Colomb. He then went to Christmas where he was running a good race, where I think he raced on the worst of the ground down the inside. The rest of his Galloping the Champ was up on the outside and Jerry came down the middle of the track. I think he was on the worst part of the track. Now, he did come down at the last. I think he probably would have went on to finish 4th or 5th in around that position, but still credible. He's running in them grade 1s and he's running up to his mark. Like, he's going to be running against Manila Indo. Manila Indo did run a good race the last day of the cross country, but these lads met in grade 1 company at Down Royal and he was 20 lengths behind them. I think Conflated is still shown to his mark, where I don't think Manila Indo is still running to that level. Like, you have him at 160 and Delta Walk at 159 and you've Conflated up at 164, so he's £5 off them and £4 off the other. So I think him going to that race, he's a grade 1 horse going in there. Like, he's not on a massive come down. It's not like we're saying he was competing at grade 1 level 2 and 3 years ago and he's coming in here as a 12-year-old. He's been knocking about this season, and I just think coming in here, he has all the class. I think Gordon said after the race that this is going to be the plan, so he's given the final tick, and I think you have to get Conflated in the team now. He's priced 7-2. I think he'd go off short on the day. Like, he's probably going to go off below 2-1, isn't he? If they get stuck into him and the day is going right, he could go off really short. So I'm going to get Conflated in the team and steady up the ship.
Well on, Sean, you finally have a winner on the board.
Hey, there you go. He is one that could generally go off near even money on the day, though. As soon as the support comes
Depending
in
on
these races, we just tend to start piling in, don't we? And he's probably the one, perhaps, maybe some gear still in his arsenal at this point.
The word you're looking for there, Joe, is a steering job.
Yeah, it might well be. It might well be. He looks like he's going to be too good for Menela Indo, like Sean just pointed out as well. And I mean, if Gordo is indicating to us that Conflated's quicker than Delta were now, I mean, you don't really need to look any further, do you? Really, in that sense. So, I mean, look, the 72, like I said, could be even money on the day, Sean. So, good shout to start us off with. Let's go with Tom then. You've got a double figure price for us, Tom. What have you got?
Yeah, Sean's gonna love this one. Sean, I will just say you were about to get both barrels there. I thought you were about to slag off Manila Indo, and we can't have that on the show. So
nope, not allowed.
Just stating out that he's just not at his level anymore.
He's probably not. No, but neither is Conflated. That's why he's running the cross country, not Gold Cup. So, but yeah, best luck with him. He's got a chance. Sean, you're gonna love mine. You've already told me today that you love it. Andrew had a guess and he got it wrong. It's a horse called Hightack in the Hunter's Chase. This is. I
didn't say I love this. You put in Hunter's Chase, and I said this is the part where you say you pick good horses.
And that's exactly what I've done. To be fair, I was tempted.
Oh God!
Do you want to just say the name again there?
Hightack, Hitak.
I've heard of this horse somewhere, Tom. I'm just trying to think of where I've heard of this. I've had a little.
He's off down running around the field down the road there.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been running around Cork a lot. He's up in Meath there one day, running around the field. He's a pointer. He's a 7-year-old. He's trained by Elmarie Holden, who's had a lot of good pointers through her hands, including John Bon. She does well enough on the track as well with the horses she has. Expatriate has been very good for her. They had a winner the other day with Jet Setting Johnny. This lad has won his last 3 points. He was relatively well fancied by the looks of it. He went off 5-2 favourite for a 5-year-old maiden, and whatever went wrong after that, I don't know if he got a leg or what, but he was off 606 days. He's come back now this season, and he's gone and won a maiden by 12 lengths. He's then come out and won an open race by 4 lengths, very, very handsomely under Derek O'Connor, and he beat Winged Leader in that. Now, Winged Leader is a very, very good horse and a good yardstick. And bearing in mind, this was only this lad's 3rd run of his life. He's then gone and won another open point by 10 lengths. That qualifies him for Cheltenham. He's run into pretty decent levels based on the RPRs and the point-to-points. But it's the way he's doing it. He races behind the bridle, but he's winning very, very nicely. I like the fact that Derek O'Connor has ridden him and won on him. I feel that could be indicative of what's to come at Cheltenham. I know Derek rode It's on the Line last year, but he hasn't ridden him this year. He won on him in Punchestown, and since then Maxine O'Sullivan has ridden him twice, and Charlie Mullins has ridden him once in Down Royal this season. So it looks like that ride could be gone for Derek, but he could have this lad to look forward to. So you're going to be getting a very, very good jockey on his back. He's trained by a good trainer, and then he has a pedigree as well. Sean, this one's going to be a bit too old for you, I think. But his dam is a half sister to Lamy, who was placed fourth in a Gold Cup, 2nd in a cross country behind Godsham Petra. Twice actually was 2nd in a cross country behind Godsham.
Sorry to crash that. Wasn't he bought for ridiculous money?
Yeah, by JP, wasn't it? Was it JP?
No, I think it was Godsham Petra was bought for ridiculous money. It was bought for like 500 grand or something to win a cross country.
He was with JP though, wasn't he, Tom? Is that right?
Yeah, he was. No, he was at JP. Yeah, he's 4th in a Gold Cup. So there's a proper pedigree there on the dam side as well. So it just kind of all stacks up. Then you look at the Hunter Chase market, and you kind of look at last year Premier Magic. I know those are only getting going now in the UK, but Premier Magic hasn't been seen and will be an 11-year-old. It's on the line. Fine, can't really knock him too much. He's come out and won this season. Shanty Flyer is going to be 14 and got beat. Rocky's Howier hasn't been seen this season. Chris's Dream, I presume, has been retired. And the same can be said, Famous Claremont hasn't been seen either. So it looks fairly wide open. Andrew, I know you fancy Ferns Lock. I think you put him up before. He's at the top of the market. He's got his chance, but I just feel I'm just checking what price he is again now. This lad, in case
20-1, Tom. 20-1.
Yeah, 20-1. Quite happy to take that. I just feel like It's on the Line showed last year, like a young, improving horse. When you're taking on these older lads who aren't running to their level anymore, I think he's got a good chance. I see Famous Claremont is out of the market with a couple of firms. I think that could cut up ahead of them. And yeah, if this lad shows up on the day, which I don't see any reason he won't, he's going to be nowhere near 20-1 anyway. So yeah, I'm quite keen on him.
Yeah, proper dark horse. Nice one, Tom. And like you said, considering Wing Leader's half his price and he beat him on New Year's Eve, a good form line there too. Nice one.
Tom, I don't put anything past you anymore. Like, this is being plucked out of fucking nowhere. This has literally come from nowhere. 3 points, and you've spotted this lad for a hunter's chase. I love it.
He loves a hunter chase, does our Tom.
Hasn't even
I don't know where he's booked this from.
What was the other one you had? You've come to the party, was it? Something like that.
Came to pass.
Came to pass. That's the one. Jesus. He held on to that for a good 3 years.
Jesus. Yeah, I never forget that ride.
Well, I think everyone needs to put this one in the tracker. That's Hitak. Hitak.
Does he have to run on the track around, Tom? No? Can he just go straight?
You have to win 2 open points, or win a. Oh God! Now I'm digging myself into a hole. He's definitely qualified. Or you have to win like a hunter's chase and be second in a hunter's chase, or win an open and be second in a hunter's chase, something like that. But if you win 2 opens, you're in anyway.
Yeah, he's
just back the best jockey in the race, and you won't go far wrong.
Yeah, if he's got Derek on him, we're flying.
So he's won 2, like you said, he's already won 2 open points, and yeah, he won a maiden hunt to hunt point to point on his debut last year as well. So yeah, very dark horse. Get that one in your trackers, lads. And Andrew,
Sean, so dark that I can't see him.
Like, this is just Tom. Like, you're giving fucking 28 races at the Cheltenham Festival, and he's somehow gone to the back arse and nowhere to a field.
Hey, Tom, don't mind him. You don't mind him now.
If it comes in at 20-1, like, unbelievable. But I don't know how you even start to try and find something like that.
I bet you won't be having a match bet on that one, Sean, will you? Like,
he finds things down in Camp Oil. You find things in France. Yeah.
Go on then, Andrew. What have you got for us?
Right. I'm going to the Mayor's Chase, and I'm going to take it on Dino Blue. I'm going to take it around with the same horses in the same ownership, and that is Limerick Lace. I've enough reasons to kind of take on Dino Blue. Step up and trip. She's 0 from 2 at Cheltenham. She's a tendency to get lit up at Cheltenham, and her last 2 jumps in the Grand Annual last year do not fill me with any confidence with her around there. Yeah, she's gone on to improve this season with a win in the grade. Well, look, the grade 1, that was all grade 1 and all but bloody name. Let's be honest about it. Her form is gettable, and Limerick Lace to me is a horse that's rapidly improving this season. She had 3 runs this season, 16 length win. She's 2 1/4 lengths behind Cocoa Beach in the Tri-Town. She went a 4-1 favourite. That's a massive run for a mare. And then she went over to Doncaster to win a listed race, beating the likes of Le Romani. She beat Carl's Pass, Pink Legend, who was always a stalwart in the Mayor's Chase. Zambella, fantastic lady, decent horse in her own right, and she absolutely battered him. The race was over, turned in. You could see her travelling away, and she's a very, very good horse going forward. She's 6-1 right now, which I think is a massive price, because I can only see her price contracting when you consider the horses that are in and around the betting in it. Like, as I said, Dino Blue, she's not proven past over 2 mile forward. She ran over it once. She was beaten over that. Granted, it was over hurdles and whatnot, but again, her tendency to boil over at Cheltenham kind of leaves a lot to be desired if you want to go in a 6-4 with her. I think she's a lot of value with 6-1. Like around her, you have Allegora Devassi, who has no hope in hell of winning. She can't breathe anymore. Hackett the Tab's out for the season. The Previous out for the season. Riviere de Tel is not half the horse she is going left-handed. Love Envoy is going for the mares. Gallia Leto, as far as I know, they're going to keep her for a national or something like that. Jean de la Berry, so the French horse I've never heard in my life. I looked it up as I was looking through this race. Then you've Mascada, who I still think is and fair play to Tom. I still think she's a ridiculous price at 20-1. She's going to be half the price, if not shorter, on the day if she goes here. You have Hispanic Boom, Magic Zoe, you wear it well. Hurdlers, Jeremy Slane not good enough. Sambella, she's retired. Like that's 3/4 of the field right there gone. And 6-1, that becomes 7-2, 3-1 on the day. She's an improving mare. She's a big mare, and it looks like it took her time to fill her frame. And I really liked what I saw at Limerick. I went back and watched her run in the Tri-Town as well. She was very unlucky. I thought she was given way too much to do. She stays every yard after she stays further. I think she is a cracking bet at 6-1. So she's going to be my 10th selection. I think it's episode 10.
Yep.
10th selection for Cheltenham.
All right, lovely. Limerick Lace for Andrew. And my selection will come in the Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle. It's a market that's still wide open at the moment, double figure price for the field. I quite like High Class Hero in this race. Now, you could say I'm being a little bit smart because he's due to actually run this Sunday, but I did put him up
again, Joe.
So, well, that's it, you got it. But he's also ended up in the Dublin Racing Festival in the Nathaniel Lacey as well, over 2 mile 6. And I think Predator's Gold's going to win the Nathaniel Lacey. I've had that one in mind for him.
Incorrect. But anyway.
Okay, but High Class Hero is going to place, I believe, in the Nathaniel Lacey. And I just think he's a horse that's getting better as he's stepping up in trip. He does his best work late on. He's managing to find a decent turn of foot amongst good horses. And he's making things look quite easy, quite similar profile to the Nice Guy as well. I think in a market where it seems quite open at this point in time, the 12-1, I don't think it's going to last long after this Sunday. Again, it might be looking like I'm just trying to be a little bit smart with him running this weekend. I did put him up a couple of days ago. I think he's going to have a live chance. And again, with this target being the Nathaniel Lacey at Leopardstown, I think he's likely to step up after that run as well. So High Class Hero for me in the Albert Bartlett. Just
all about value, Joe. You got your value. That's all that matters.
Who do you fancy in the Nathaniel Lacey then, Andrew?
Lachlan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Lachlan. Nice horse. Won quite well a couple of weeks ago too. Maybe going under the radar a little bit, actually. Anyway, okay, so Andrew's put up Limerick Lace for the Mares Chase at 6-1. Sean's gone for Conflated at 7-2 in the cross country. We've got a wild card from Tom in High Tack at 20-1 for the Fox Hunters, and I'm going for High Class Hero in the Albert Bartlett as well. Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment with your best bets, and we'll see you all again real soon.
Hello all, back again, same spot as last week. Another busy week, but like I said, we keep track of these Ante-Post videos. Actually seen someone leave a message in the comments there for the lads yesterday about Andrew not having the heating on. There ain't no heating down here. It's freezing in Ireland, and it is grim in the gym. Last week took chance. This week I'm going for a horse that we know the race is going to run in. Mentioned him a few times. I think he's the most likely winner of the race, and it's Triumph Hurdle, and it's James Owens, Harry Cobden and Bartlett Road. Strongest piece of form is his form from back in November. I want to get him in before he runs again, possibly next week or the week after. If he doesn't run, so be it. His price probably won't change all that much, but just in case, I like the Triumph as a race. Tend to have a good record in picking the winner. He's been by far the most impressive of any juvenile for me. Willie's horse Storm Heart was decent enough. I'm sure he'll run in the spring juvenile, but he can pick holes in the form. And I know people say Bartlett Road doesn't jump well enough, but that race on a Friday, there's not that much jumping at the back end of the race, and he's just a little tank. Do I think future-wise he could be the best of what's out there? No, but this year, coming from the flat, being such a high-level flat horse, he seems better over hurdles, has that burst of pace, and I just think he's going to win the Triumph. I think it'll be one for the English. all year Sean has been telling me, Willie will have one, Willie will have one. It wasn't Stormheart, and as far as Willie's concerned, his best one was Ethical Diamond, which I did fancy myself each way in the market. But look, Bartlett Road, he's just a little tank. I'd say goes a long way for James Owens to have a horse of that caliber so early in his training career. So I hope he wins. I'm putting him in 4-1 best price, and thank you for listening.